Microjam 44 was announced, and the theme was Space. Starting on July 26 to 28, 208 developers had the chance to compete for prizes on 4 different categories. When the jam started, a predetermined limitation was set. Games should have mouse input only controls. I started development of my game on Saturday morning. I just woke up and saw the limitation. I had some ideas already in my head, but at the end, I chose to make a game based on the classic Space Invaders with an upgrade system similar to Vampire Survivor. It was a simple game with not a lot of mechanics. That way I could focus on polishing the game and make it feel nice. Since I had my idea, I started with the graphics. I looked up some spaceships on Pinterest and found some ships that I really liked. After some iterations, I managed to make my own ship with the same style and palette, and drew the shadow as a different sprite to add some animations. I then boot up Mini Micro, a new retro virtual computer which has its own programming language called MiniScript. They are both awesome and easy to learn tools with a really cool design. I highly recommend them. I set up my project template, which has some libraries developed by the community and a basic game loop. Then I created the player object, set the image, and coded a basic movement. Since the limitation is mouse input only, I made the player ship follow the mouse. To make it smooth, I used the lerp function from one of the libraries. Added the shadow, bullet, death, and shooting mechanics. Since I want my game to be polished, I added screen shake. With just one function call, I could start the earthquake. Before adding enemies, I made sure the intro looked as good as possible, made this nice transition and title effect. The player movement and shooting felt good, so I then proceeded to write an enemy class, separate the functionality into different functions so I could override each behavior for different types of enemies. Added shooting, movement, game feel, and death to the base class. I then drew 2 types of ships, one for a simple enemy who just stays still and shoots, and one who moves left and right and is kind of annoying. Both were really simple but added depth to the game. After that, I started writing the upgrade system. The enemies would come in waves. After 2 waves, you get the chance to pick between 3 random upgrades. Recover 1 health point, recover 3 health point, adding a bot that shoots and help you, adding a shield, increasing the fire rate, and increasing the maximum health points. The health ones were super simple to do, as well as the fire rate increase. The shield was straightforward. I just made it move around the player, and the bots would just move horizontally and shoot now and then. I made the speed random for each one, so they would not spawn and stay on the same place as another bot. I still had about 6 hours to finish, which I felt it was way more than I needed to add sound effects. So I decided to make a boss fight. First, I drew the boss ship. I made it as scary as possible, and you could also see the alien that controls the ship. Made the boss class and set up its properties, then the shooting. I made 2 different types of shots, spread, which is a shotgun, and precise, which shoots the bullets in the direction of the player, so there is no save point, you have to keep moving. After some testing, I noticed a problem. You can't see the remaining health of the boss. I didn't want to add a bar or write some text to the screen, so I decided to draw damaged versions of the boss sprite. That fixed it, since no one pointed that out. Then I added the game over screen. That's it for the gameplay. It's time for sound effects. I started looking for background music for the game, found this one. I really liked it, and it looped, so perfect. Downloaded some sound effects and implement them in the game. That's it, game finished. It's time for screenshots and preparing the itch.io page. Should have definitely put more effort on the cover image, but at the time I felt lazy and just wanted to upload the project and test it on the web. That wrapped up the Microjam 44. Almost 60 games were submitted, and were super surprised when I finished second overall. It was an awesome experience and can't wait for the next jam. Thanks to everyone who played and rated my game. I might update this game to add more enemy types, upgrades, and a new boss, which I actually have some ideas for it. Let's see what the future holds for Space Invaders. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.